Hello people, back again. Hope things are well. Starting with that on this. Alrighty. Yeah, it's Monday today, Monday morning, the 3rd August. So I haven't done anything on video over the weekend. I did have a play though. I alluded after Friday's video I would be going to the casino, so I can tell you about the carnage from that, because it was carnage. But before that, I am expecting a phone call in the next half an hour from a travel agent. I'll tell you about that in a minute. I didn't even look actually what balance we started on. How much crypto did I send? Let's have a look. I sent $3,185. And in pounds, that was 26. Sorry, 23. 2366. Yeah, I've got my phone on loud, which might disrupt this. But there's a good reason for that. Is it going to save itself on this last spin? Not really. It came in quick. We'll carry on. Oh, yeah, I'll talk about last videos first, actually, though, because I tell you what, I was disappointed with that. Not necessarily from how it came out or what I was talking about or anything like that. It was just how poor the content was. Nothing happened for the whole hour, and I made a mistake, and I learned a lesson from that, and that was to so I had a set amount of time that day that I could have done something on video, and I sat down thinking I'll do an hour, and then that's that. And as the day went on, I was sort of getting distracted by other things, and then I started just doing highlights, of which there were none. So then I was really pushing it for time. So I've underestimated how long these take to export and upload, which that alone can add an hour. And I kind of just... Oh, here's a call. 1 second. Sorry about that. That wasn't the call I was expecting. Sorry. Ooh, what the hell's this? That wasn't the call I was waiting for. But that was one that I wanted to take. Right, let's crack on. Yeah, there was just nothing happening. So towards the end, when I thought I'd got to an hour or whatever, or I was ready to pack it in, or I went bust actually, because I went bust, didn't I? I went, loaded up the video software. Didn't really have much time to thoroughly go through and get all the highlights. I'd essentially have to watch it, which is quite hard when it's just a rolling and it pops up like 200 quid, 500 quid, whatever, and then it zooms past. So yeah, that was a bit of a struggle, and it sort of showed in the latter end of that video. There was just nothing going on, and it had an abrupt end. So I'm not gonna record the software if I can't give it my full attention. That's what I learned. And yeah, decided to put it out, even though I could have quite easily thought, well, nothing happened here, I can just reshoot this video with a fresh balance, the same games, and hopefully it's better. But then again, it kind of isn't natural. I mean, I wouldn't pretend, I wouldn't hide, I wouldn't say that it never happened, you know. But I could be like, look, trust me, it was not worth watching. It was boring. So, yeah, that is what it is. Yeah, this call that I'm waiting for from this airline. Well, it's not the airline, sorry, it's a travel agent. It was a holiday I booked around February to go in November, and it was to go to Abu Dhabi. And it was a business class flight for two, but to lower the costs, it had a stopover in Bahrain. And I've always found when it does come to business class flights, you can significantly reduce the cost by having a layover. Which, if you can get your timing's right for your layover, it can turn out to be a pretty sweet trip. So, for example, we need something to happen here. We're down about £1,000 in next to no time, in 6 minutes. Yeah, I don't want another shambles like last time. Because times that by 10, that's going to be 10 grand, obviously. I'm not expecting to get constant losses, but may well go that way. Yeah, so the reason why I don't mind stopping over is because you get a second lounge that you get to access. And in business class, the food is decent, but I like to stick to the lounge where there's a massive selection of all sorts of types of food, and you can just sort of come and go as you please. So, you know, if I have a 3-hour layover, I get a lounge for another 3 hours. Like, that's pretty sweet, and I can get to experience a different first class or business class seat, because I don't do it often. I very rarely do it because it costs a fortune. But to give you an idea, for two people from Manchester to Abu Dhabi in November with a 3-hour layover, sort of just before halfway through, was £3,400. To book them direct, you're looking at like 8k, 9k, massive difference. Anyway, because of the conflict in the Middle East, I reached out to them in May and was like, look, starting to get a bit concerned about whether this is happening or not. What are my options when it comes to withdrawing because of the uncertainty around the Middle East conflict? And in short, they said they'd spoke to the airline, and nice 200, they would offer a full refund on humanitarian grounds if I wanted it. And I thought, let's just take it. My travel insurance wasn't great. Well, annoyingly, my travel insurance ran out a week before that flight. Therefore, I wasn't sure if I'd be able to get all my dough back. Yeah, it was just a bit of a mess. A lesson I learned from that was book the full insurance so that you can cancel up to 24 hours before for any reason, because that is worth its weight in gold. Maybe if it was an economy flight and it was like £500-600, it's not worth it. But I looked and rebooked the flights just to have a little look. You know, I had a look at prices, get a quote. For me to get full insurance where I could walk away for any reason up to 24 hours before, it was only like an extra 150 quid. And I'm thinking, why have I not done that? You know, why did I not do that in the first place? It seems quite unlike me, but I didn't. So, yeah. Long story short, I decided to accept the refund with a £75 deducted per person. So, 3,480 was the cost, less than 150. It's 3,330. I agreed on a contract. I got an electronic contract sent out. Can't quite remember Anyway, whatever. Got an electronic contract sent out May 7th or May 5th. It's signed. The contract says between 4 to 6 weeks I will receive the money. Well, guess what? It is now 12 weeks later on August 3rd and I ain't got no money. Let me just swap games. Yeah, so where was I? So I've been emailing this travel agency pretty much every week, replying to my unanswered emails. And I mean, they've signed a contract, so like in a small claims court, this is an open and shut case that I am nothing's guaranteed, but I am very likely to win. Very, very likely to win. And so like they've got no business delaying the payment, and they're not insolvent. There's no current files for insolvency or anything. They're not skint. In fact, their last annual filings on Companies House was pretty healthy. I had no idea what a travel agent or a travel agency could get, but it's a lot more than I thought it would be. So they ain't skint, and they weren't skint last year. So I've started to ring them. I've been avoiding phone calls because it's he said, she said. There's no evidence. Is this megaways or is it lines? I think it's lines. Yeah, it's like he said, she said, there's no proof. So I like it over email, but I've been ringing him and they said they sent out a check to me in the post July the 7th, which is fair enough. I don't have any reason to not believe them, but that never arrived. So I'm like, cancel the check and just do a bank transfer. Why would you not choose to do that anyway? And yeah, I've called them today. They're going to call me back at 10:30, which is in 20 minutes time. And hopefully they'll agree to do a bank transfer, but the whole thing has been 12 weeks, which is 6 weeks longer than what the payment terms were. And so, yeah, I've decided that if I don't have the money by Sunday, I will be sending them a letter before action via email and the post, and it's going to have to go to the small claims court, which it should be very easy to do. I mean, I've only ever done that once in my life, and to be honest, it's not hard work to file in the small claims court, especially when the evidence that I've got now is more rock solid. My last claim was around 2018, and it was with a car dealer. I put a deposit down for a car. They gave me a date to view the car and deliver the car. That day they couldn't do because it hadn't been MOT'd. We pushed it back a week. It also wasn't ready. So I said, forget it, I'm not interested, I'm walking away. I just got a bad vibe. I thought you'd missed 2 deadlines, and these weren't short deadlines. There was a week in between. Like, surely, if you've got a car sale and you've got a deposit, I was happy with the car. I just wanted to inspect it in person, obviously. And at the time, I was a lot younger and put down a £500 deposit. I didn't realise that that was a ridiculous amount to put down. Bit naive, so I don't do that again. In fact, I don't put deposits down on cars anymore. If it's not available, it's not available. But at the time, I needed it. Holy smokes, I'm almost skint. What the hell? Yeah, not good. Not a good start. 2.5 just gone like that. I will reload, but Christ, that's gone very, very quick. I'll chuck in another 2.5. We'll burn that. Right, back in a sec. I've got 3k just on the way, so I'll wrap up that story. So yeah, a lot of that small claims case was done. The evidence was all phone calls, like phone call logs of specifically when I contacted them. It wasn't done over email at the time, and I won that case. We went to mediation. At the time, I said, look, I want 300 from the 500, and I didn't charge them the 35 quid. I paid that because it was a learning experience to go through the courts. But they rejected it, so I was like, all right, well, and then it went to a hearing that was just over the phone, and on the evidence and the balance of probability, because neither side had strong evidence, they just favoured with me, because ultimately it came down to the fact that the vehicle wasn't ready within 2 weeks, therefore it could be implied that there was a problem with the vehicle, and yeah, anyway, I won it. So point I'm getting at is this claim now that I've got with the travel agent is rock solid concrete, and they have absolutely no chance. So I'm very confident. And to file a claim for £3,330, it's £210, but the courts are serving papers and demands, legal demands. I mean, I'd like to see if they don't respond to their letter, default judgment, and then if they don't pay, it's going to be bailiffs knocking at the door. Right, that 3k's in. I'm not sure if this is going to let me spin. No. Let me go down to 250. Don't land. If it lands, I'm going to be frustrated. Well, meant to be a fiver. Stop. Yeah, I'll be honest. Oh, thank goodness. I was just going to say, I need something to happen, because if I have 2 losing videos on the bounce, and if I ship this, so I shipped 4k last video, granted 3 of that was profits, but it was a different day, so I saw it as a loss, and I've shipped 5 today. That's 9 grand in 2 videos, and the content's not going to be great. That's where in the past I have lost. I've not been interested. So does that lock? Okay, this could get interesting. It's a shame it's put it there. Come on, man, don't do me like this. You need to pay me something. You're putting them in 6 spots, I suppose. Well, I suppose if you get a 3 of a kind, you get a 5 of a kind, so that's probably helped. No way, man. That is dirty. Yeah, as I've said before, I've done some videos before, and I ran into problems where I lost motivation, because this is what would be happening. 2 or 3 on the bounce, I would ship tens of thousands. Well, that's an exaggeration, but I'd ship, 5k, 8k, something like that. And I just have some videos where nothing really happened. And, shout out Bandit, shout out Steve. I've watched him for ages. He goes on terrible runs like that, but he always is able to keep people engaged, and he produces good content. I don't think I'm on that level, and I lose interest and I start to do other things. I look on my phone, like last time. Yeah. Obviously that's the roller coaster of it, but it's tedious. I mean, this is another absolutely just horrendous. Oh my gosh, £1. What on earth? Just for interest, what are these to buy? Like, I know these aren't like super bonuses, they're just regular. 750. 750, man. And I got a quid and 35 quid, was it? Whatever. You know what? I'm gonna jump on a different game. I want to play different. I want to play at least 4 games for my thumbnail, and at this rate, I'm gonna be skint pretty soon. Right, we'll give this a go. Ah, that was last time I tried this when all the graphics were freaking out. I mean, that's gonna not even get me anywhere near to where I need to be. So yeah, so I have played online at this place over the weekend, but that was on my phone, and the way I play personally is a lot different to how I play on the video. So when I'm recording the video, I kind of want to almost make it last as long as possible. Multi would be good. Go on. Ah, you get a ×5 there, and it's a decent hit. Yeah, I sort of want to make it last as long as possible and stretch it out and get content and chit chat about stuff. Whereas when I'm playing for myself, by myself, I kind of just want it to be over and done in a few minutes. Ultra fast turbos, higher stake on a tenner, and get it over and done with. And that's not good for a video because I just wouldn't be engaging much, and it would just be a rotation of 1 or 2 games. Stormforged, Rotten, maybe main stackways. That's it. From my experience, they have paid, and you know that's that wouldn't look good on a video, I don't think. I quite like the structure I've got now, where I'm doing a different provider every video. That forces me to do different games. And as far as providers go, there are, I think there are hundreds. Like, I think there's 100 on this site. Games that I would have never seen before. So that's working. But yeah, I did some pretty degen bonus buys towards the end. I think I went 6k in, and I ended up doing, towards the end of nothing really happening, which was sort of par for that day. This was on the Friday and the Saturday. A 1.6k buy, so an £8 blue bonus on Stormforge that returned £1,000, so it was 0.66. So 1.6 buy for £1,000, and then I did a £2,000 buy, and it went for 4.1x. So I managed to get back 8 point something, so pulled back 2.3. But from the casino on Friday night, oh my gosh, just nothing was happening. So the casino I play at, I have a limit of £5,000 on my card. I will quite frequently buy in with that, just so that they're used to that type of volume. But I very rarely ever use it. So when I go play cards, usually blackjack, I usually win, because I will take £5,000, but I will happily walk with £1,000, £2,000. You know, I'm not going in with a tenner and trying to get it to 100. Yeah, 10 times the money. I'm going in with £5,000, trying to get £2,000. So I'm trying to 1.4 my money, not 10 times my money, and that's more likely to happen. In fact, in that scenario, if I do £500 hands, I have to win 4 consecutively or lose 10. More often than not, you will win those 4 in a row. Win 4 more before you lose 10 more. Do you understand? So, multi there'd be good. Needs something to happen. But on the Friday, keeping with the theme from Friday's video, cards were rubbish. Nothing happening. I even tried some roulette. That didn't go to plan. I even tried some slots. That didn't go to plan. So I did the 5k that I buy in on my card, and they give you plaques. And I also had about 3k in cash. So the next time I went, which was a few days later, just to chill out with one of my mates, I think this was Sunday maybe. Keep going. Keep going. Oh, I'll take it. I'll take it. Nothing else has happened so far in this video. Got to celebrate little hits like that. I think all the bonuses combined haven't gone for more than 230 quid, which on a fiver is pretty bad, isn't it, really? Yeah, so the next day I went to the casino at the check-in desk. They were like, oh, can you step into the quiet room and just speak to a manager? I was like, yeah, sure. And I don't know what it is, but anytime someone's trying to talk to you about if you're financially responsible and you can afford it and this and that, there's just nothing you can say that makes you sound good. So I was like, look, I said, I don't want to provide any documents today. And if you insist I won't play today, I'm sure you'll still let me stay in your venue and watch because I'm with someone. But I just won't play today. But I said in future, I'm more than happy to provide whatever you want, whether it's a statement of earnings, a tax return, whatever. But I said I don't want to provide that today, and they said no, it's cool. They were like, what do you want your monthly loss to be? And what was interesting, they said, oh, your daily limit is £3,000 on your card. I said it's 5,000. Says it's 3,000. I says, I promise you, I have been taking out £5,000 every single visit this year that I've been here, and I must have visited there 10 times. And he insisted that it was £3 grand, but I was like, I was here last week and I did 5k and I actually lost the 5k, which was probably the wrong thing to say in the moment. Although actually he kept on referencing a win, so after that loss, I went back the next day and won 3k, and he was like, oh, you won last time, and I was like, well, yeah, look at the day before or the session before. So net across the two, I'm down 2. But anyway, he was a nice bloke. But yeah, I lost at the casino, so I came home, had an itch to play, and that was pretty horrendous. But a little bit about where these funds come from. So I'm very, very good at tracking anything gambling related. Even if like a friend says, can you put a £10 bet on, I will put that in my tracker, because I've put that money in and I'm not going to ask for it back. But yeah, since 2019 I have been accurately tracking all gambling, whether it's online, sports, big trips like Vegas, or even sometimes I go to Spain and there's casinos there. You know, I track everything. And I was down for like 3 years, but since October 2025 I have been on a ridiculous, crazy run, like absolutely bonkers run. And the way I do it is I look at what was the highest point I have ever been, and then I will, at the minute, I will go £20,000 lower than that. That boundary, that lower boundary has moved. It started off being whatever I was at, minus 5,000. Then I was in a pretty positive position, so that stretched to 10,000, that then stretched to 15,000, that then stretched to 20,000. And as it stands, considering I've loaded 5,500 in today, let's see where I'm currently at. So as it stands, I am £11,000 away from my my highest, and that's like a hard limit. You know, I will genuinely stop for quite a while, because then you run the risk of giving it all back, which, yeah, it's gonna be a shame, because that means this will stop, and I have enjoyed producing these videos, but I'll be honest, when these are doing this right now and you stitch this onto the last video, I am not interested in the slightest. I'm not engaged. I'll be honest, I'm not engaged. It's now also 10:30, so I'm expecting a call any second. What do you reckon they won't call? I've got faith they'll call. I do want at least one bonus on this. What I've been doing is getting a minimum of 4 different games, bonuses on 4 different games, and I can use that for the thumbnail. But yeah, I mean, I need something to stop this rut, because at this rate, I'm gonna need another reload. And yeah, I'll be honest, that I'm just not gonna have motivation for it. So let's just do some maths. So I did 2.5 and 3, so that's 5.5, and I did 4 on the last video, so that takes me to 9.5, and I always said 10 was the bottom line. I always said 10 was the bottom line. Now you could argue that 3k was from winning, so that would give me another 3.5k. So in theory I could load in another 3.5 today. But that means I've done 9 on the day on the video, and that's just a bit crazy, you know. The risk is too high. You know, this is, I don't know. I guess what is frustrating is I expected to get a lot more content and footage out of 10k. Now maybe the stakes have been far too high, maybe that's just me being stupid, and it was always going to go that way. But it is what it is. That's not bad. That is good, but even on this game alone, it's had most of the not part of the reload and whatever I came in with. I am going to have to move on though, I think. I am going to have to move on. Try some of this. So 25,000 XC is going to be 125k. Yes, please. Ah, this isn't the one I was thinking of. There was one I wanted to load, and every time you get wins, whatever's behind the wins is like a multiplier. This one, it has like bombs that can drop. It's effectively the same game. Go on, drop one now. Haha. Still stand by what I said in the first few videos though. I'm not a bonus buyer. Oh, come on. Because I think you can go skint even quicker, to be honest. Yeah, maybe my expectations are just unrealistic. You know, expecting to get a bit of action all the time. I'm sure there's multipliers on this. Oh, is that only in the bonus? Maybe it's only in the bonus. Sorry about that. I'll have to do a bit of editing on that because I have the call announcer. So it shouted someone's name. So what did I record so far? 30 minutes. I've got another half an hour or so to survive, to try and survive. Actually, I'm just gonna pop back in a sec. I'll keep this running though. It's all good, it's all good. I will step away for a minute and I'll keep this going though, but yeah, what can I say? I know I said I'd give it my full attention, but when it's like this, it's tough, man. It's tough. Maybe it's not my sort of thing. I guess if I was playing myself, I'd have just stepped away and done something else, you know. Gone out, I don't know, you know, it just trained or just switched off. I'd be like, yeah, I'm bored. I don't know. I can't lie though, you know, that's how it is when you factor in the hour and a bit last week. Well, on Friday, the hour and a bit on Friday, plus this today. It's just dull, absolutely dull. I mean, maybe the player should have been do some bonus buys, but you buy, you lose, you buy, you lose. It takes so long to even get your money back. I mean, I did that about a year ago, and I think for about, well, there was about 35 bonuses I bought in a row, that didn't even return their value. So that was just dog shit as well. I am surprised to say, factoring in all the videos combined, I have had 4.5 videos of pretty much constant spinning on a fiver. To say that I've only had one win, which was on Rotten for 3.5k approximately, so 650x, 700x, whatever. And then I may have had one other 4-figure win on Tango of Chaos. I don't think I've had another 4-figure win. That is quite unlucky, isn't it? Because you only need 200x to hit a 4-figure win. I've just got a lot of built-up energy in me. The moment I get a 4-figure win, I'm just going to go ballistic like it's a 10k win. Because I've not let off any excitement in so long. Right, I'm just going to step away for a few minutes. Back in a tick. I am back. I'm going to switch games because this is boring me to death. Back in a sec. This is the one I wanted. Suppose it don't matter whether that skip screens is on or off because now what's happening. Yeah, this is what I wanted to play. Just feels like it's got a bit more potential, that's all. But I suppose it's all the same, innit? Yeah, I mean, I'd be interested. What's the player like? Take the videos 4 and 5. What are they gonna do for the channel? Or does it just keep it real? Because for me, I'm thinking it would probably be best just to shelve this video and have another crack on a different day on the same games. You know, acknowledge what happened and acknowledge the loss and factor that in, but I suppose then the little stories that I'm talking about in the background are just, they're lost, and I'm not gonna I'm not going to say them again. It's not genuine. So I don't know. I'm just going to have a little look, hopefully without yet popping anything up. How long was that first clip? That was 37 minutes, so plus the 8 minutes now. It's 45 minutes, so I have 15 minutes to survive. Can that 1.4 last? Probably on this game. What am I going to do about my thumbnail though? I need 4 segments for that thumbnail. Well, I've never seen that before, so I don't even know what that's going to give me. But I may as well chase that as well. Hopefully that can tell that I've gone absolutely skint for the last 2 videos, and then it gives me something decent. Not bad. Just a shame I'm 5,500 in on the day. Yeah, I wasn't expecting to lose that today. But it is what it is. And it could all change. It could all change. This could go nuts. This could go sick. I'm doing that thing I said I wouldn't do, which was to step away from... Oh, okay, cool. Right, you brought me back. You brought me right back. Need 3 grand, really. Give me 3 grand. What's that? 600x? It's not being stingy. Just give me more than 100 quid, man. That'll be a massive hit, as it's been so far. I suppose that is a problem when you're doing them naturally. Your base wins are the highlight of the video. They pay the most. I think a retrigger is massively important. It's missing. At least with the base wins, I think this will definitely secure me to the hour. Okay, that's good. That's getting pretty crazy in the middle there. And I'm going to let it count up because... Oh, well. I'm just being an idiot now. I mean, this could go huge if it hits something in those multis. I just don't think it's going to do it. Oh! Okay. Not bad. Yep. Keep going. I mean, that's good. Like, overall, I guess. But considering I'm in what I'm in, it's not, is it? Right. Oh, do I want to stay on this? I kind of... Let's see. Well, I'm not strict on the hour. I can go over. Nah, do I try something else? I want my 4th bonus on a different game. Yeah, we'll try something else. Right, one sec. Stop. Right, I'll be back. Is this a different variant of gates? Let's see. Right, I'll pause it. Okay, Super Scar. Up to 50,000x. We need it, man. It's a different variant, isn't it? Let's have a go. If I'd have had a bonus on the other one, I wouldn't have bothered. So I guess there is just a super scatter in there that if that drops, you get a better bonus. Which you're probably never going to hit on the base spins, but the thing is, I don't know, it's better variance. I've explained in a previous video why I like naturally spinning anyway. Yeah, I mean, maybe the play is to just lower the stake on the early. Oh, okay. But you need 4 with that.
Mighty power. Olympus. Legacy.
I suppose as a cheat, I can buy the bonus so I get my thumbnail. That is a proper cheat, that though.
Ascend.
Yawn. I did see there was a Doghouse Megaways. I think I'm going to give that a go. 100 quid back there. Oh, 2 super scars. Interesting.
Olympus.
Yeah, I'll try that new doghouse. One sec. Alright. Still want to see what this is. What is it? 10x. 5x. So minimum 25 quid. Well, as a freebie, I suppose. Is that a bit too fast? I don't know. Probably. Presume if I get any significant win, it's going to pop up and tell me. I'm getting the odd 30 quid here and there, but... So are those chests... Trying to collect something? Does it pay both ways? I don't know. It is going a bit too fast, but to be honest... I'm going to burn that balance one way or another anyway, so... So obviously we're not bust yet, we're not skint yet, but I guess with the momentum that I got from the first 3 videos, you know, I was in a positive position. I was like, this is great, I can probably produce 10, 15, 20 videos, but, you know, let's just say on average, 5 videos has cost me 3.5, 6.5. You know, one second. Phone's ringing. It's not who I wanted to speak to, so let me just spin this out. It's not the airline. So we've got locking scatters, so they're not locking wilds. Or are they? I can't figure out what's happening. Well, why is that? Why is those queens not going? Oh, is it a connection? It's connections and it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got ya. I get ya. So really, if you get another one where these queens are, you're laughing. Okay. Yes. And I wonder what those paws do. So jacks are in, but not a lot. Any good for the pugs? 100 quid? Not really. Not really a lot. Pugs again for 60. Last spin. Again. A bit dull, right? A bit dull. And I'll keep these spinning and I'll go mute. Sorry, I'm back. I mean, nice to get a pretty quick back-to-back bonus, but I'm not sure if you get a lot of them paws. It's a re-trigger, maybe 3. Well, 3 of them will be a re-trigger, won't it? It's just shocking. Honestly, it is just shocking. Oh my gosh. What is the point? It's hard, isn't it, to just keep wanting to go on when they're this horrendous. Honestly. Well, you see, for me now, I just want to take that to a hacksaw on a tenner. But I'm just repeating stuff I've already done. But that's what I do separately. That's my own sort of stuff. I mean, it's landing. Like, it's got some life into me. Give me back my 5k. We'll all be happy. But yeah, I do need to ring this airline if they don't ring me. And I also have to be somewhere in about half an hour. So I mean, that's guaranteed hits, right? So I guess this is working towards something. But it's just giving me shite symbols. So, oh yeah. I mean, if that 10x were there, it'd be pretty sweet. Alright. Any good on them bones? It's a good hit. It is a good hit. I mean, that is a good bonus. Don't get me wrong. It's just taken an hour to get some decent bonuses. Any good? What to do? Do I try some hacksaws or do I just accept the... I don't know what to do. No, because if I try hacksaws on a tenner, I'm definitely firing and I ain't got time for that. Oh! Oh, man. Thought that were way better. With a 25x, right? Right, let me have a little think. I am going to give this a go on a tenner. We will lose 900. And I will hopefully have this wrapped up pretty quick. I kind of felt like if I was going off the camera, I'd do this anyway. So I'm going to do half on this, half on Rotten. Probably not going to go anywhere, but it may do. And I think if I get my total balance up to 3k, I will probably happily accept that. Okay. Hey, I might walk after this. Even if this gives me nothing, I might walk. That's a good position for that wild goat, so 200 quid, I think. Or 120. Hey, I'm above 2 grand. I'll take this no matter what. I'm going to walk no matter what. They're lining up for something good. This can just start dropping in them swords everywhere. That's not that much money. Yeah, unless you get a wild line, there's just not much. I'm not going to complain. This is giving me some dough back. Oh, sick. To land them swords above and to get nothing. What'd you do? Do I try a quick one on Rotten? Maybe spin that 300 off on Rotten. I think that's what you do. One sec. Yeah, this is sort of what I would play. Actually doing it on a screen is pretty decent. So I definitely don't want to go lower than 2 grand. I mean, that Stormforge hit came in pretty quick, and it's given me a small chance to have a crack on this. The bonuses are harder to get on this. Yeah, that's that. Never mind. I am going to call it there. I'm going to take out this 2 grand, so we are down 3.5 on the day. But I got another video out of it. Sadly, another poor one. Not a lot happening at all. But that's the session. So yeah, I will catch you on the next one, whenever that will be. Take care, everyone. Thanks for all the subs. Thanks for all the comments, likes. As a low channel like mine, it really, really helps. Appreciate every single one of you. I love chit-chatting about all sorts of stuff we're talking about in the comments. Shout out Bandit, shout out back in a mo. And yeah, everyone take care. See you later.